Happy New Year and welcome back to the CrossFit 184 podcast, Built for Life. This is episode 3, and I am super excited about our conversation today because we don't need more motivation. We need clarity. All right. Each of us were created with intention, with a purpose. This is not about setting goals for the new year or what we'll be starting, what we'll be stopping in 2026. All right. It's about choosing the direction and becoming.
Becoming and evolving.
Becoming and evolving. So this is Jane, our special guest. She's been a member here at 184 for almost 7 years, getting super, super close. She's gone through chain breakers with Zev in group setting. You can see her at our events doing different challenges, all the fun things. What else would you like to add, Jane?
I was dubbed the Queen of 815 at one point.
The Queen of 815. I can see that because when 815 started to dip down, Jane brought it all right back. And we did not have 815 class on Thursdays for the longest time. And y'all can thank Jane.
I had to have a discussion with Zev to try and see what do we need to do to hit attendance to be able to get 815 on Thursdays.
And then you did it.
What was it? Was it like 12
I don't
people? I
remember,
think it was
do you?
like 12 people.
You wanted 20 attendees for 5 weeks in a row.
Wow, 20. That's a big number.
20?
You wanted 20 for 5 weeks in a row. And we
Seems
did it.
high now. I must not have wanted to add that class.
You did not.
Oh,
But now it's my
that's
favorite
it.
class.
Yeah.
She's also the thermostat monitor at 815.
There you go.
There's one in every class. She'll turn the heat up. She'll turn the heat down. She'll turn the fans on and off. Open the door for you.
Yeah. Just here to help.
She's the queen. Queen in the morning.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you were before you started CrossFit, who you are now? Just
Who I
in a
was
few minutes.
before CrossFit. Well, I was a mom of 2 and just really hadn't found a good community here in Marysville. And, living in Scott Farms, we had that connection with like other families and those that were in similar seasons of life.
Mm-hmm.
But really coming to CrossFit really opened up for me a tribe of people that just embraced myself, embraced my kids, and really took it to the next level of loving living in Marysville. Now that I'm here for almost 8 years, 9 years.
That's
Here
crazy.
you are. Man, we don't want to ask too many questions because that's not fair to you because with Whitney, she had a whole outline and we gave her, hey, be ready with some answers like this. So take it over, Erin. Where are we going?
No, we love Jane. We love to see your progress. So she's going to help us out today, work our way through the New Year's evolution. So make sure if you're listening, you grab a pen, grab a notebook, and get ready. Cool.
Yeah, follow along. If you guys have pen and paper, we use pen and paper and chain breakers a lot. Get our words, our stories, our thoughts out of our mind onto paper so we can observe them. So that's for you.
Thank you.
So imagine this. You wake up in the sweltering heat. There's sweat running down your face, running down your back. You're all scratched up. And you're in a desert, covered in sand, propped up against a broken down car. You have whose phone's on?
It's yours.
You have no idea where you are. You have no idea how you got there. You have no idea how you're going to get home. You check the doors of the car. Every one of them is locked. And you break through a window. You scramble inside. You start checking underneath seats in the glove box, and you find a map. And that map tells you where you are. The map tells you that there's a town 10 miles due north. So you have your goal and you have your target. And then you create a plan. The next day, you're going to wake up, you're going to make your way to your town and out of there. So you make camp for the night inside the car. You sleep, you wake up with the rising sun. You know some things. You know where you are. You know where the town is. You know that the sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So you come out of the car, you orient your body to what you believe is due north, and you start walking. Sun's beating down on you. You have no water. You have no shoes. You're hurting. And you're walking and walking for what seems like hours upon hours. And then you see it. You know that 10 miles north, there's the town. You know that you can walk about 2 miles per hour. So you expect in about 5 hours, you're going to reach this town. You see it off to the distance. You get filled with joy and enthusiasm, and you start running. And you run closer and closer till you're 100, 200 yards away, and you collapse. Because you realize it's the broken down car. And you're right back to where you started. You knew some things. You knew where you were. You knew the town was due north. You knew it was 10 miles away. And what you may not have known is that human beings rely heavily on sight and visual cues and landmarks to be sure they're walking in a straight line. And without that knowledge, without being a trained individual, we will inadvertently walk in one giant circle and end up right back to where we started. When we talk about New Year's resolutions, resolutions often become revolutions instead of evolutions. Revolutions meaning it revolves and it comes back around again and again. So today is New Year's Day, January 1. We set out and we set our New Year's resolution. We put our goal and our target out on the board, out in the world. We put our head down for a couple of weeks and we start working. And you go until December comes around and you pick up your head and you realize, wow, I'm right back to where I started. So that's the shift of the mindset we're going to make today. Instead of resolutions, we're going to evolve and we're going to become the person we want to be at the end of 2026 through a process. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So the first exercise we're going to do is what if the good stuff. All right. So what I want you to do, I'm going to set a clock for a couple minutes. You're going to write out what if questions for the new year and think of these as like goal oriented. What if I attend 5 classes a week every week for 2026? What if I lose 15 pounds? What if I read 12 books? What if I budget every Saturday night? Et cetera, et cetera. All right, so you're going to have a couple minutes. Write down as many what if questions as you can.
Okay.
I really love this challenge or the what ifing the good stuff, because a lot of times we what if the bad stuff. Oh, what if I don't lose 15 pounds? What if I don't pass the test? And that was something I did. Was it just 1 year ago? Just 1 year ago.
1 or 2 years ago with a level 3.
Ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Worked my way through this and said, what if I passed the level 3 and worked through what that would look like. And for me, that was a huge win.
Huge transformation. We call it catastrophizing, right? Our human nature is to do what?
Think of the bad stuff.
Think of the bad stuff and think of the worst case scenario. What if it doesn't work? What will they think about me? What will he think about me?
Mm-hmm.
What will my family do to me?
Yeah, it's something that gets you started. Yeah, I like to think of, or when I think back to asking those questions, it was really just putting the little lighter up to the like TNT string, and that TNT string going along.
Up until you pass the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exploding in the best way possible.
Exploding into oblivion, into failure.
No.
Yeah, and before, like, what kind of questions were you asking yourself? What kind of things were you saying? Because you failed the level 3
the first
time.
Yep.
So what kind of thoughts and statements started running through your head?
Yeah, I think every time, but I know every single time I opened up the long list of PDFs you're supposed to read and study with, I just would be reading and telling myself, man, like, I'm going to fail. I'm a terrible test taker. Like, this is insane. All the very negative things about it. And after we went through this workshop myself, every time I opened that PDF, I said the opposite. It was very positive. I said, I am a good test. I am going to do this thing. I know this information, instead of reading it and saying like, man, I don't even know what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling myself, I'm reading it. I know this stuff. I can retain this stuff. I can answer the questions about this that they're going to be asking.
Yeah, I hear that with different tests and different certifications you go up to, and people say, man, I'm bad at tests. Instead, what are you good at? What can you do? What's inside your control to study and prepare. So when you go into that test, you're not telling yourself, man, I suck at taking tests. You're telling yourself, I am prepared.
Yeah.
All right. That's 2.5 minutes. Jane, you got some questions down?
I do.
You've been through chain breakers. You know how to read at 70% speed, nice and slow. You know what a full inhale and full exhale breath is.
Yes.
So what I want you to do is the first read, you're going to go through what if I XYZ, what if I XYZ, just normal rate of speech, no pauses, no breaths, just bust them out.
Okay. So, what if I commit to eating 800 grams of fruits and veggies every day? I stole this one. What if I budget every Saturday morning? What if I read my Bible for 15 minutes a day? What if I journal when I get stressed? What if I block out negative and stressful emotions from my siblings?
Awesome. Okay. As you read through those, does any of them stick out more than others?
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need is a yes.
Yeah.
Just want to slow it down, right? You've went through the 4-step process. You write it down, and then you read it, and now you're going to read it slow. So I want you to read your questions at that awkward 70% speed. Go ahead.
Get ready. Put your feet up. Grab your coffee. Here we go.
What if I commit to 800 grams of fruits and veggies every day?
Perfect.
What if I budget every Saturday morning? What if I read my Bible for 15 minutes per day? What if I journal when I get stressed? And what if I block out negative and stressful emotions from my siblings?
That's great pace. It's like you've done this before. So
work at it.
what are we doing is we're slowing down the story in our head. We're slowing down our words so we can actually process it and observe it. Because when we start talking about the good stuff and the bad stuff, the tendency is to rush through. Yeah, he said this to me, and then he did this, and he did this, and actually it's no big deal. But then when we slow everything down, you start to observe, and then you start to get the feels. You're like, oh, it actually is a big deal.
Mhm.
All right, last read. This time you're going to add a breath between each one.
Okay.
All right, full inhale, exhale.
What if I commit to eating 800 grams of fruits and vegetables?
Inhale in, exhale.
What if I budget every Saturday morning?
Inhale in, exhale out.
What if I read my Bible for 15 minutes per day? What if I journal when I get stressed? What if I block out negative and stressful emotions from my siblings?
Is that the last one?
Mhm.
Perfect. With the breath, guys, our breathing is typically high and tight and puts us in the fight mode. While we breathe low and slow, what we say in chain breakers, low and slow creates the flow. Slowing ourselves down puts us into the parasympathetic state so we can really break down these questions. And now, which question hit you the most? Which one stuck out?
What if I block out the negative and stressful emotions from my siblings?
Sweet. Let's rewrite that question.
Mhm.
So typically when you're reading this stuff slowly, you're adding the breath. You can write what I talk. As we're reading these questions slowly, as we're adding in the breath, you'll start to feel that tension rise up. And usually after we do story work, we ask, where's your feeling at? Tight and tense, heavy, light and loose? Are your palms sweaty? Are you tapping your foot? And all those indications tell us which question, which statement is creating tension in my body. So that's what allows us to do when we slow these things down and breathe. Cool. Go ahead and read it at normal speed.
What if I block out negative, stressful emotions from my siblings?
I want you to read that same thing. And the first time, I want you to say negative only, negative emotions. And the second time, I want you to say stressful only.
What if I block out negative emotions from my siblings?
Okay, go to the next one.
What if I block out stressful emotions from my siblings?
Which one you like better? Or which one don't you like better?
Negative.
Negative. Cool. Go ahead and cross out stressful. Give me one more read.
What if I block out negative emotions from my siblings?
Cool. We're going to do a little bit of a sidetrack here, not part of the plan, but we're going to translate this and work with it just a little bit. Block out. When I block out somebody, what kind of energy and tension is that going to create? Am I squeezing? Am I fighting? Or am I letting it flow?
For me, it's I'm not letting that negativity come close to me.
Sweet. You're setting a boundary.
Yes.
Cool. I like it. All right. So the next piece here, I'm going to give you a few minutes. You can turn the page so you have a list. I want you to do the unthinkable and answer the question. So you're going to take a couple minutes and you're going to write out, what if I block out the negative emotions from my siblings? I will be happier. I will have more energy. I will be more confident. Whatever it is, go ahead and give yourself some answers to that question. However many answers you can come up with in a couple minutes is the correct answer.
Okay.
Right.
While Jean's writing that out, Zev, let's rewind a little bit. So let's say we have 5 or 6 questions, kind of like Jane. When we go through, we can rate those too. Like, how would you say to rate them? Like, do you do emotions first? Are we rating first?
Perfect.
What do we do first?
So when you go through your story work, your titles of stories, what it typically is, or in this case, questions, I would have that person read that question aloud, and a couple things are happening. I'm listening to their voice. I'm watching their body language. And then at the end, I ask them, what's the feeling attached to it? Is it anger? Is it disappointment? Is it frustration? Is it tension? They'll give me a feeling, and then I'll say, rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. This makes me frustrated on a scale of 9 out of 10. All right, then we go to the next, or ask them, where do you feel it at in your body? And then they can do like a little self-check. I'm tight, I'm tense, I'm tapping my foot, et cetera, a lump in my throat. Then we go to the next question. They read it, and you repeat that process over and over. What's the emotion tied to that one? Rate that one. All right, that one's 6. This one's 10. And from there, that's when you can pick what's the biggest one.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So if you're doing this at home, if you're listening right now, but you would like to go back and do it, definitely make sure you're pull up some sort of emotion. I think a lot of times we forget, we're like, I don't know, I feel good or I feel bad. Dig into those emotions. So one of the best things I've ever done is look up all the words we can use.
Emotional wheel.
Yeah, the emotional wheel. And then really identify what emotion you're feeling and rate that emotion. It's going to get you a lot further.
Yeah, those wheels are awesome because a lot of times we think about the most basic one. I feel good, or I feel bad, or I feel happy, or I feel sad. And those wheels will bust it out into a different dimension, or a different idea, or a different depth is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So you can learn a lot that way.
Yeah. Then that'll help you really address which one do you want to work through right now.
And it's a great exercise to do with kids too. So like when Zeke and Xavier throwing fits or upset, and you calm them down, and then I like to ask them, are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling mad? That kind of thing. So then they can start to attach these different feelings and emotions and start to understand them from a young age.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've even been noticing that with Zeke. He's going to be 5 at the end of February, and he now attaches it just himself. I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, I'm just frustrated, XYZ. You know, that's a huge win versus our 3-year-old who hasn't learned that yet, and he's just crying about everything. So teaching those at an early age.
All right, you ready? Got some answers here?
Yeah.
Go ahead and read them.
So what if I block out the negative emotions from my siblings? I will be happier, lighter, more enjoyable to be around, more present for my friends and my kids. I will lose weight physically and emotionally. I'll be less stressed. I'll be able to better perform in workouts, and I'll have better focus in day-to-day life and work.
Awesome. I like it. Attaching a why to our goals allows us to go deeper and really realize why that's important to us. And then it also gets us more buy-in, right? It's like that study that they published at the line at the fax machine or the line at the printer. Have you guys heard this?
No.
There's a line at the printer, of the big corporate office, if I go and I need to print off my documents, I get in the back of the line, I wait in line. If I go and try to cut somebody in line and say, hey, can I get in front of you? You'll be successful 60% of the time, just say. If you go to cut in front of somebody, say, hey, can I get in front of you because I got to get to my kid's baseball game? Then it automatically jumps up by like 30%, some crazy number. And the craziest part of this study was it didn't matter what the why was. So the third time around when they ran this, they had somebody cut in line, say, hey, can I get in front of you because I need to print this off? Just like everybody in line. And it still works. So just by attaching that why to our goals gets us like a 30% more buy-in. All right, your next exercise, Jane, is you're going to translate these guys. Instead of I will be happier, I will be lighter, I want you to write them in this phrase: I am becoming.
Okay.
All right, so work through it. You might need some help. So work through it with a minute or two, and then if you get stuck on some, I'll be here to help you out.
Okay.
Yeah, so as we transition to I am becoming and working that with our mindset, is that it? Or is there work to actually be done here?
All you have to do is say, I am becoming healthier. You write it down, you put it away, and then
You're healthier?
At the end of the year, you're healthier.
That is really cool. That's super
You have
sweet.
to you get to put in the work. You get to become that person.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on that because I think that can be a misconception when we talk about like, oh, we're just changing your mindset. Like
right.
we're creating the path and we're changing the mindset to be more positive and to drive us in that direction. But that doesn't devalue or break down any of the work that's actually done. It takes a lot of hard work.
Well, you talked about motivation in the beginning. Like we don't need more motivation. We need to, what would you say, become, evolve, become the person you want to become, set your direction and go.
Yeah. Clarity.
And that's the thing. Like when you start to fall off the rails and you start to miss the gym or start to eat like junk or you're not doing your budgeting or your Bible reading, that kind of thing, and you go back to your what if statement and then you read your because statement, I am becoming an example for my kids. Now like, oh, dang. Like I'm not just working out just because it sounds good and that's a good New Year's resolution. I'm working out because I'm going to become an awesome grandfather in 30 years, some years down the road, right? And when you have that because statement, now all of a sudden you're going to keep on going.
Yeah. And like during those times, that's where the evolution or the evolving happens. You know, in a year, so much can happen. In a year, we already have 4 different seasons, at least in Ohio. I think we might have 12 at this point. I don't know. But you have to evolve in every season. So if you're becoming this person, it might look completely different for this month than it'll look in 6 months.
Path.
It's not a straight path. You have so many different seasons that you'll work through.
Which reminds me, we should do the level system next podcast. So you can tell people about level 5, 3 tracking, level 2, level 1.
Yeah, with our nutrition.
Sidetrack. Back to Jane. How's it coming? Are you stuck anywhere?
I'm stuck on 2.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I am becoming lose weight physically and emotionally.
Okay. What kind of person loses weight physically, emotionally?
Somebody who is releasing negative energy.
Cool. Write down, I am releasing negative energy. Think of somebody that has released negative energy or has that good kind of rhythm in their life. Are they a stressful person? Are they a tense person? What kind of person are they?
No, not typically stressed. They're very calm.
Right there.
Kind of the
I am becoming calm. I'm becoming calmer. I'm becoming a calm person. So that's going to replace I am releasing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Then did you have another one?
Yep. I am becoming better workouts.
I'm becoming better workouts.
I am a better workout.
What was the original goal or statement?
I think that's it.
That was
Yeah.
better
Okay.
to be able to.
What if I block out the negative emotions from my siblings, and then it goes to I will have better workouts?
Yes.
Cool. What will better workouts produce for you and over the course of 6 months?
Reaching new goals that I have for myself in the gym.
Okay.
And
Can you specify one? Like, is it a deadlift? Is it a split jerk? Is it?
I have some goals for myself for 2026 that I want to be able to get a handstand push up. I want to be able to do multiple toes to bars in a row.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So that person, is that a healthy person or is that an unhealthy person?
That is a healthy person.
I am becoming a healthy person. Now listen to this. Are you a pretty healthy person right now?
Yes.
Cool. So cross out healthy and write healthier. Because you already are a healthy person, but I'm becoming a healthier person
Yes.
2026. Makes sense?
Yes.
Got them all?
Got them all.
Cool. Let's hear them. Read it down the list. Just
right.
normal speed.
I am becoming happier. I am becoming lighter. I am becoming more enjoyable to be around. I am becoming more present for my friends and kids. I am becoming less stressed. I am becoming better focused in day-to-day life and work. I am becoming a calm person. I am becoming a healthier person.
What do you think about them?
I like them.
Can
They're
I just
pretty
tell
sweet.
you, I feel like I just smiled the whole time you were reading those, and my heart really hurt for you when you read these ones over here, because it's like I want that so bad for you, and I'm like, oh wow, we're already like in the right direction.
Yeah,
So
already going.
we can already feel it.
What I love is it's a process. The word becoming, right? It's a process over time, and that's our goal for the year is to evolve and become more and more and more like that person. So often we set a goal of I will work out 100 times in the next 6 months, and that is just like black and white, block of steel, hard to overcome. But now if you see the process to get there, it sticks more.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go back to your question of the year. That's the question you chose. Will you read that one more time for me?
What if I block out the negative emotions from my siblings?
Awesome. Turn the page. We're going to rewrite that guy. And you're going to take it from a question. Now it's a statement. So instead of what if, I will. Go ahead and write that down.
This is where the magic's made. Doo-doo.
The 500-pound pen. Write it down. Think about your thinking. Look at your words. All right, let's hear it.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings.
Awesome. So with this goal, with this statement, this target, let's put some parameters around it. We're not going to boil it down super, super specific in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Read that aloud.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings in 2026.
So how we take this huge goal, this vision for the whole year and boil it down to things I can do right now is we take that time piece. So right now, for all of 2026, every single day of the year, 365 days straight, you're going to block out every single negative emotion from your sibling. See how that feels like that's a big deal,
Yes.
right? So cross out 2026 and put next week. Read it.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings next week.
Take a breath, read it again.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings next week.
What's the difference for you there?
It doesn't seem as daunting.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
only a week.
Yeah, right. I can do that. You can boil it down to tomorrow if you want. If you live with a sibling, I'm going to do that for the next 60 minutes. Again and again and again.
On repeat.
Cool. So there's our statement for the year. All right. And now what I want you to do, last piece, you're going to read your statement and then you're going to read your I am becoming statements right underneath it.
Okay.
All right. You can flip back and forth. You don't have to rewrite them. Go ahead.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings next week. I am becoming happier.
Nope. Just keep going down the list. Yep.
I am becoming lighter. I am becoming more enjoyable to be around. I am becoming more present for my friends and kids. I am becoming less stressed. I am becoming better focused in day-to-day life and work. I am becoming a calm person. I am becoming a healthier person.
Give me your feelings. Self-check. How does it make you feel?
no, it's the stress that sits right here is going down.
Sinking, yeah.
Yes,
Dissipating.
dissipating.
If you can't
Awesome.
see, that was Jane's stomach.
If
And
you're
now
not
they're
watching the
moving
video.
down. Yeah, if you're
Yes.
not watching
Go
the
on.
video.
Going this way. All right, we're going to read one more time. And the rule is OTC, obvious, true, and cool. So we do this when we're doing goal setting, when we're doing affirmations, because so often, like you went through the chain breaking course, people read affirmations like they're a robot. I am a confident person. I am happy. I am strong. And it sounds ridiculous and it doesn't stick. Now you're going to read it like it's obvious, true, and cool because it is. Give you some more confidence for the year. So go ahead and read this thing with some enthusiasm, some excitement.
Woo woo.
I will block out the negative emotions from my siblings in 2026.
Sweet.
Yeah, you will.
Go through your list.
I am becoming happier. I'm becoming lighter. I'm becoming more enjoyable to be around. I am becoming more present for my kids and for my friends. I am becoming less stressed. I am becoming better focused in day-to-day life and work. I am becoming a calm person.
Yeah, you are.
I am becoming a healthier person.
That was needed.
That
That
was
was needed
needed.
for sure.
All right,
He just
obvious,
likes
true, and
the
cool.
button.
You're going to read it like it's a statement of fact. All right, and that's what makes it sink in. That's what makes you really remember it and lean back on it. So what you're going to do, Jane, is you're going to take this same list, and over the course of the next 7 days, when you wake up in the morning, within 2 hours of when you wake up, you're going to read straight down. Same rules apply, obvious, true, and cool. After 7 days, you're going to fold up this piece of paper. You're going to put it in your purse. You're going to look at it when needed or at the end of the year and see how you're doing.
Mhm.
When you feel like you're falling off the track or need some extra motivation to keep on moving, you're going to read your I am becoming statement.
Cool.
That is the New Year's evolution.
The evolution.
Evolution.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Jane, especially for working through that with us.
Yeah.
And as we wrap up, we want to remind you, Zed's going to be doing a New Year's evolution
Workshop.
again,
Yeah,
workshop
workshop at the YMCA.
at the YMCA in person in Marysville. So bring your friends, bring your family, bring your notebook, bring a pen. And that is January 15th, 6 to 7 p.m. And we would love to see you there.
Yeah. Until next time, continue to move better and evolve in 2026.
Keep going.
Yeah.